You're ready to rock, all right. All right, I hear that we're ready to go. So welcome everyone, bienvenue at the Temiskaming Art Gallery, La Galerie d'Art du Temiskaming. It's very nice to see you here today on this exciting day. As you'll hear over the course of the next few minutes, this is a project that has been in the works for many years, and it's due to a lot of hard work from the people in this room and across Northern Ontario that it's come to this point. But this is really just the beginning. This is the launching pad. So it's a really exciting time to be revealing, to be showing all of this to you. So thank you for coming out. So basically, we could brag about what we've been up to in the last few years. So our plan for today is to share the history of the Northern Arts Connection project with you, to give you an idea of the vision that we have for the project, to hear from the people who have been involved so far, and then to open things up for questions, as well as snacks and mingling, all the good things. But before we begin, we'd like to acknowledge that we live, work, meet, travel, and play on the traditional territories of Indigenous peoples that have cared for this land from time immemorial. Today, we are gathered together on the traditional and unceded territory of Temiskaming First Nations, and we are grateful to our Indigenous partners for the work that they have done, and we are committed to working together in the future for true reconciliation and in the joy of partnership. So I would like to welcome Dave McDonald, the chair of the board of Living Temagami Arts and Culture, and the individual who really started this train running out of the station, as it is, to the podium.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's so nice to see so many smiling faces here. I definitely want to thank Melissa for not only hosting the event today, but dedicating so many hours over these last years to putting the Northern Arts Connection to work. We have spent many hours trying to find our legs in this, and we now have found our legs. Northern Arts Connection's been in the works for a few years. We stand here ready to share with you what has been built, a networking platform to show the wealth of talent here in the North, to promote our work both northern regions to southern markets, to work collaboratively and share resources and network with each other. We have completed the heavy lifting of creating the back-end functions and networks, loading samples of what is possible and attracting partners from across the North, bringing us to this launch today, readying us for more growth. We'll hear later in the program from Shondell Gambles, who will eloquently capture the dreams and visions we have for the Northern Arts Connection. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. I'm so thankful that we've made it this far and that the vision to create a centralized platform and voice for artists and art organizations across the North is coming together in this virtual hub that we call the Northern Arts Connection. I'd like to give a shout out to my satellite co-hosts because although we're hosting you here today, we also have launches happening in Timmins as well as Sault Ste. Marie. So in Timmins, we have Nicola Alexander representing the Independent Arts Council of Timmins, along with the one and only Director-Curator of the Timmins Museum, Karen Bachman. In Sault Ste. Marie, we have William Hollingsworth, the Executive Director and Chief Curator of the Sault Ste. Marie Museum. Each venue has NAC members in attendance, just as we have here, along with a few folks joining us online. This includes the Arts and Culture Group from Elliott Lake, amongst others, and we're grateful that you could take the time to be with us today. This is truly an amazing team to be a part of. I guess I could have said that part and saved you the trip.
I agree. I'm delighted to see the response we've had from across Northern Ontario. And as you watch these different clips from the different regions and people who've been involved, these are people who are actively involved in the NAC program and as I would say, are true believers. Why we've created this, we're about to hear from those people right now. So go ahead.
Northern Arts Connection.
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 The Northern Arts Connection.
Northern Arts Connection.
Arts of the North, I truly believe is vibrant. It's very exploratory, and it's quite unique.
Say our diversity here of different styles of art. We have multiple languages here in the north, so it's not just English, but there's also French, there's Métis, there's Ojibwe, Cree, Oji Cree here in the north.
The dream would be that Northern artists would have the resources to be able to present, promote, and sell their art in the North to Northerners.
Developing a good standing network here in the North is really important to the industry here in the North, as well as for tourism, as well as for artists.
We're a very vast area, and culturally we're extremely diverse, and there's just a host of talent in the North.
I think the Northern Arts Connection is set up in a really great way to serve organizations and artists in the North in terms of creating that cohesive collective and bringing us all together, allowing us to promote, to share, to engage, and to bring the arts from the North to everyone else.
We'll also strengthen our relationships with each other, allowing for greater collaboration, which will lead, of course, in turn to better projects, to more exciting events, to higher quality work.
It's a platform that can certainly help facilitate that connection and also open up further opportunities for local artists.
For me, it's about getting our work seen and known and recognized, connecting with each other, and sort of that forward-facing website where we come together as a broader community of creative people.
I'm excited about the future of some of the abilities of artists and organizations, and how they will share their disciplines and crafts and gifts.
This artistic network, if we could get that working regionally and use that network to also draw attention to the creative talents that we have here, so that Northern Ontario becomes known as its own place for finding good, talented artists in Canada.
So I think that's really, really important that we're able to share that and showcase that we have such a unique population, such unique art.
With having the central hub online where Northern artists can connect, can learn about each other and learn about upcoming events, and also for the public to inquire a little bit about what's going on in the North.
It is the beginning to unify people.
To me, it's a very exciting platform.
Arts in Northern Ontario, enlightening.
Of the highest caliber.
Richly diverse.
Spiritual.
Unique.
Energetic.
Flourishing.
Uncharted.
Original. Very original. So we got to look at it that way. It's connecting our art.
What else can I say, right?
Hello. My name is Hannah, and I primarily take care of the website design.
Those of you who know me know I can't stop, won't stop talking about art in Northern Ontario. Absolutely. So there really is lots to celebrate today as we work together towards future goals, including a really exciting, robust advertising campaign, which is not something we've necessarily had access to before. So we'll have a campaign that's happening on TV, in print, and online, and it launches at the end of this month with the goal of attracting more artists, more art organizations and artisans, musicians, basically anyone who makes art in the North to join us in the Northern Arts Connection, as well as to give a teaser to our general public about what they can expect. But of course, all of this work has only been made possible through the generous support of our funders. So we would like to thank the Canada Council for the Arts, the Trillium Foundation, FedNor, and of course, the one and only Denise Deschamps, the Temagami Community Foundation, Community Foundations Canada, and in the early phases, the support of the NOHFC and the Ontario Arts Council. So what is the NAC really all about? Well, let's take a look at our site, our virtual hub, with a video that our dear web and program coordinator, Hannah, has created for us.
Hello, hello. My name is Hannah, and I primarily take care of the website design and management for Northern Arts Connection. Today, I'm going to be your web tour video host, giving you a brief tour of the most exciting and engaging parts of northernartsconnection.ca. To start us off, I'm going to show you our profile pages. These pages work as a directory for all artists, collectives, art organizations, and more. From these pages, visitors will be able to view your profile, which will include your bio, images, more information about you, and links to your website and social media accounts for further interactions. The next feature I'm going to present is the integrated and interactive calendar. With this calendar, anyone viewing Northern Arts Connection will be able to search for an arts event across all of Northern Ontario. Users can search via dates, event type, location, and host. Each event functions as a pop-up. Upon clicking on an event, viewers will be able to find out all required information about the event, such as description, time, date, location, and host contact information. They will also have the option to share with a friend, and with the click of a button, will be forwarded to ticket sale location if required. Personally, my favorite thing about the events page is our integrated monthly calendar view. As a member, from your account page, setting up an event is easy and user-friendly. The form provides prompts for each bit of information required. Members simply fill in the details and our staff takes care of the rest. This displays all events on a month-by-month basis. These events offer the same pop-up function, however, the display is more compact to allow joint scheduling. As Northerners, we all know that our population is spread vastly across Northern Ontario. With this function, collaboration and sharing the wealth of arts in the North will become so much easier with the ability to schedule in a united format, ensuring we keep our fellow organizers in mind so we can avoid overlap of important events. Now let's check out the interactive map. Northern Ontario is not only filled with talented artists, but also with culinary delights, amazing sights, world-class hospitality, and more. From our visit page, viewers and users can use the map based on district to view all of Northern Ontario as a whole. Each pin displays the exact location, a description or further directions if needed, a link to the website with more information, and the ability for visitors to leave a star rating of their experience. With this map, users will be able to schedule their trip throughout Northern Ontario, visiting museums, galleries, sightseeing spots, arts events, and so much more. As one heads out to visit an artist or arts organization, why wouldn't they make a day trip or weekend of it and get the full experience? This tool ensures that Northern Ontario's amazing hidden gems aren't excluded or forgotten about as people travel. What if an individual can't make it out to a particular region to engage with an artist, arts organization, or attend an event? Northern Arts Connection provides an easy and accessible way to get connected to artists and their events in the North. Our live page offers opportunities for live concerts, virtual studio tours, artist workshops, learning sessions, symposiums with guest leaders, and so many other options. Our layout for the live page offers past events to be viewed directly from our website, as well as hosting a current, interactive, and viewable virtual event. As we've seen in the past few years, the possibilities of live stream connecting are endless. Lastly, let's talk about our newest addition to northernartsconnection.ca, which is our forum. We currently have this set up to start some new discussions and see what our members feel like they need from us the most. Once we have some more feedback within the forum as to how we can best benefit our members and participants with the forum, members will be able to interact with one another to have discussions about collaboration, arts in the North, resources, and more. With this, I conclude our web tour and would like to thank you for joining me. I would also like to invite anyone who may want to learn more to reach out to me at hannah@livingtomogami.ca. I would love to chat with you, answer any questions that you have, or schedule a Zoom call for a more in-depth tour learning session.
Hello, everyone. My name is
wonderful tour. It's much appreciated. Now it's my great pleasure to welcome our very own MP and Speaker of the House, Anthony Rota.
Thank you.
The mic, I'm sure you're taller than I am.
Okay, how's that?
Everybody is.
Ah, they'll hear me anyways, right? Can you hear me okay? Well, thank you very much, and thank you for all your hard work, all of you, for working together. This is not something that's easy to do. I mean, bringing people together in a community is one thing, but bringing people together right across the community and then seeing you all here today for this is wonderful. And I'm looking out there and I see Mayor Jeff LaFerrier is here, Mayor Dan O'Mara, Dan Claroux from Coleman, from Temagami. It's wonderful. It's getting everyone together in one room and working together. And that's something that I think we can all be very proud of, just the fact that we're here. And I know how important the arts are, and I think it's important that we're here in the art gallery, in the Timiskaming Art Gallery, because not too long ago, we were here, I was here not too long ago just a few weeks ago when the Muriel Newton White had an exhibit here, an exhibit showing what life was like in pioneer Northern Ontario. And it gives us an idea of our history. And art is one of those things that is part of our history. And Muriel spent most of her entire life in the North, in Northern Ontario. So it was nice to see what it was that her works represented and how it represented our history. Il est important de continuer à bénéficier du soutien et de l'engagement du gouvernement fédéral afin qu'on puisse continuer à organiser des événements et des projets importants pour les habitants de Nipissing-Témiscamingue. You know, this whole endeavor embodies the reason we are here today. It's getting things out. And I also want to mention Rosemée Bélanger, who the display is on today, who is known worldwide for her work. And her son, Pierre, who lives just north of the riding in Earlton. I mean, he's very proud of his mom, and we're very proud to have her as part of Northern Ontario. But today, a vision is to celebrate the arts in the North. And I can't wait to see what unfolds of us working together. The results are going to be amazing. Museums and art galleries and cultural groups have an important role to play in the economic recovery we're going through right now after COVID. It brings us together. It gets us thinking. It's important for them to continue to see and support the commitment that is out there, not only from people, but different levels of government, including the federal government, and providing these projects that really do continue our work together. I encourage all residents throughout Nipissing-Témiscamingue and around Northern Ontario, because, I mean, we're broadcasting to Timmins and Sault Ste. Marie and anyone else who wants to get on virtually, to enjoy what we have to offer and enjoy what has happened here. It's bringing people together. And art is something that is very different for each and every one of us. Have you ever walked up to a piece of art? It could be music, but or it could be art on a wall, or all different types. And one person will go by and think, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And the next person looks at it and says, oh, God, what the heck is that? And it's because if you try to describe art, you might try to describe it by, well, if you're describing the lines and the colors and being very technical about it, as far as I'm concerned, the art has missed its mark. The art has to move you inside. When you look at something, it's, oh, man, that's gorgeous. And you feel it in your heart. You feel it in your stomach. That's what art's about. And that brings people together, or sometimes apart, but more often than not, it brings them together. And good art does that. And by getting people together, I think we get people with more exposure to art, and it's Northern Ontario art. So to everyone who's worked together, and I understand that it was an amazing team that put this together. But you know what's great about a team that's working together? Leadership. And I got to take my hat off to Dave. I've seen him work at this, and it was passion. It was passion. Remember the passion I talked about when you see art? Well, Dave was talking about this project to me. I remember being at the train station one day, and I was there for another announcement, and Dave said, oh, we're working on something. You got to see this. So he was showing me the preliminary versions of this, and he was saying, like, I'm not sure how we're doing it, but we're doing it, and this is what we want to accomplish. He had the vision. He knew what he wanted to accomplish, and it was a matter of getting the team together. And when you've got a great team and great leadership, this is what you end up with. So again, I want to thank everyone and congratulate everyone for their tireless work, and just say, let's see this thing go and let's see it continue. And to those of you who are in Timmins or Sault Ste. Marie or anywhere else, I welcome you to come to Nipissing-Temiskaming. It's a beautiful riding. You have one too, but I tend to think that this is the best riding in Canada. But I am somewhat biased. So to all of you, thanks again for being here today. Miigwech. Thank you.
I have to say, obviously, MP Rhoda is our favorite MP in the best riding. Sorry, Timmins. Sorry, Sue. We were so delighted that you could join us. Thank you once again. And thank you for those words of support. It really has been a group effort over multiple stages, many challenges, I would say, but also a lot of success. And that is definitely through the strength of the team. Absolutely. With that, our very own local artist and administrator extraordinaire, who was instrumentally involved in the early days, could not join us today, unfortunately, Ms. Chandel Gambles, but she has recorded some words for us, so please join us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chandel Gambles, and as the former artistic director of the Living Temagami Arts Center, it is my absolute honor to be here celebrating with you today. When this project was conceived in late 2020, it flourished out of a time of separation, isolation, and a heightened awareness of just how vast the distance is between our rural and remote communities. And yet, through digital outreach, we found each other. We discovered new friends, audiences, and activities, and this gave way to new collaborations to build up one another and our communities. We defied all distances, and we soared across the net, bringing artists into the homes of Northern Ontarians and peoples around the world. How amazing is this technology that we enjoy every day? And yet, we thought, there's still space to discover more, to build more, to connect more, and create a space of shared information so that we can use it to its fullest potential. National arts representatives have declared open data and networking as central pillars to building tourism, environmental sustainability, and arts discoverability across Canada. As a naturally vast country, the Canadian arts sector is knowledgeable of how to make these connections, and so it's actually ahead in leading the work on a global stage. I am so proud of Northern Arts Connection that it is actively participating at the forefront of the networking movement, and it is building a strong base of information to begin putting open data strategies to use. By creating this central hub of information, Northern Arts Connection lays the groundwork for an entire digital arts ecosystem to nourish us all. This site can lead to regional block booking of artists, extensive live and visual arts programming tours, cross-city collaborations, call-outs for action or advocacy through the arts, online arts programming, accessibility to arts teachers and consultants and workshops, resources and colleagues, all at the click of a button. But that's only made possible because you are here on this site. You are together, you are connected, and through networking tools and key user data identifiers, you will become discoverable. This project, it does not exist for any one group or individual to benefit. It exists to lift one another up and everyone who participates. And perhaps this site may not look especially revolutionary at a glance at this moment. I mean, you'll want your own private website, ongoing, and a Facebook page, and probably an Instagram page if you've got art to display, and of course, community marketing to highlight your own work and your projects and your style. It may even seem like any other public listing, but here you're connecting a pool of data for future success. By holding this invaluable collection of information, our Northern Ontario arts community can launch a new hidden language. Behind the scenes, that information can provide a central hub of computer-friendly data designed for the computers to understand your information just as much as the humans who we usually write it for. And by working together and laying the groundwork to implement new ways to share information through open data, you will become discoverable in ways that you could never do alone. Northerners understand what community really can do. Whether it's been a barn raising, community fundraiser, or helping local families in need, we've never seen ourselves stronger than when we have brought ourselves together. So thank you. Thank you all for connecting today from all across the North so that we can bring our artists, our stories, our culture, and our successes to the forefront of the world's gaze. And together, we will amaze our country, our international adventurers, and ourselves with everything the North has to offer as we send our culture out and bring the people in. So congratulations to all and happy connections.
I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you, Shandell, for that very inspiring video. Obviously, you can see the passion and the expertise that sort of are embodied in Shandell, who was one of the beginning proponents, the pioneers in this project. Oh, gosh, what a big day, eh? So now we're going to take a minute to hear from Dave Simard, an esteemed artist and producer who's also been engaged on our Indigenous Advisory Council and is driving engagement in Thunder Bay.
I'd like to say thank you to Northern Arts Connections for having me here today. My name is Dave Simard. I'm from the Thunder Bay region, and I represent the Northwestern Ontario arts and groups that work here in the North. We're very excited to be able to showcase a number of our artists here in the region. We are glad to be part of the Northern Hub here. And what I'd like to acknowledge too is that we have here in this region is that we have an international audience that comes every single year to this region, you know, for the art, for the crafts, for the opportunity to share and storytell about all the different areas of expertise that we have in this great region. We have a Thunder Bay Art Gallery that is currently under development at the waterfront that will be opening for next year, I believe. And we're really excited to have this part of it because it will connect the international audience and also showcase the waterfront of Thunder Bay. We have another art gallery that's really exciting here for young people. It's called the Deaf Sup, and it's a contemporary art gallery that is really phenomenal to see and to showcase all the young talent that's coming out of this region. There's also a native studio. It's called Nietzsche Studio that produces a number of Native artists and First Nations works and collaborations. There's a Anishinaabe art gallery that is here in Thunder Bay that is the first owned art gallery in this region. And they have approximately 200 artists that are on their list. So we're really excited to see them be able to highlight it through Northern Arts Connection. The opportunity to share and collaborate with other regions and opportunities to be able to share with the international audience and to create a conversation between all the regions in this part of the country. So we're really happy to be on board here and look forward to working with everyone here. And I wanted to say congratulations to everyone for being here today and for the opening ceremonies of just such important work and collaborations that we're looking forward to moving ahead with. So thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best. I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you to Dave for that wonderful message. While we were working on the Benjamin Chichi project, I was fortunate enough to go to Thunder Bay with our honored elder Hugh Mackenzie on a very memorable trip on Bearskin Airlines. And at that phase, they were just planning the new art gallery that will be on the waterfront in Thunder Bay. And it's an extremely exciting time for them, for their city, and for the arts and culture scene in the Northwest, for sure. So there's many exciting things happening, I would say, all across Northern Ontario in the next few months, from the artisan projects and the Summer Moon Festival with amazing murals going up around Sault Ste. Marie, to improv shows, youth programming, Rock on the River, and Festa Italiana festivals in Timmins. Both of those areas are bustling with museum events, gallery showings, and more throughout the summer. But of course, my heart is in Temiskaming, right? So we're eagerly awaiting the Helleberry Block Party on July 1st, which is all about celebrating community here in front of our open Studio Libre. We will have a return of Art in the Park on July 5th, which is our 8-week art and music free festival down at the Harbourfront Place. As well, we'll be working on our own community mural projects with Early On Temiskaming and the Pavilion Women's Centre. So there's lots to look forward to. But that's only a tiny portion of what's going on in the North, as I'm sure you know. So we look forward to the Northern Arts Connection being a central hub to really house this information, to showcase artists and organizations, and to help dream up collaborations as we move into the future. So Dave, I'd invite you to give a few more words if you'd like. We're nearly at the food, I promise.
Yeah, you'll be glad to hear this part. I'd like to take a few minutes to recognize the key people that have been involved in the building of the Northern Arts Connection since its inception. Head of that list is obviously Shandell Gambles. It was us collaborating in the early days, figuring out what the heck we could do with this newfound information that has brought forth the Northern Arts Connection. We had Michelle Croak, who dealt with content with Northern Arts Connection in the early going, and she's now back in Newfoundland. Our own Mary McTavish, who handles the finance and just about everything. I call Mary Vice President in charge of everything, and all her dedication to this. We have with us today is Dylan Shigwaja, who is our engineer, handles everything we have to do with music, live streaming, events, throughout the program. In the early going, it was Noam Lambden out of Toronto who set the original design for the Northern Arts Connection, and Tom Jensen, who partners with them on a lot of projects. And he, to this day, is our coding guy, and he makes sure all our functionality stays smooth running and working. And on top of that, we need to mention Hannah Pritchard. Hannah's been with us for 9 months now, and Hannah's responsible for our ongoing site functionality and content. So if you have questions, Hannah's the one to be in touch with. I'd like to recognize the ongoing support of Spark and their work in supporting rural and arts in rural and northern Ontario and remote areas. It was at a Spark conference that we connected with Erica May, who took a concept in motion and brought the people and pieces of the puzzle together to develop a working structure. What to say about Erica? She has a unique ability to be able to see a bigger vision with an exceptional ability to manage and deliver every detail of the project implementation. Without Erica, we would not be here today. On behalf of the NAC committee, I extend our warmest and deepest gratitude to Erica for bringing the Northern Arts Connection to where we are today. As we move into the next phase of NAC development, we are dependent on the Northern Arts community, you, your colleagues, your partners, to embrace the site and take its work to the next level. We need your participation. This will only be as strong as we all make it. If we can help in any way, just reach out. We are here for you. Okay, thank you.
So just as Dave thanked everyone on the team, I'd like to thank everyone who's with us today, in particular our 3 local mayors. Dave is right. This will only be as strong as we work together for it. So we're glad to see that you could take some time out of what I know is your extremely busy schedules on this beautiful Friday. So thank you for joining us. And if you're an artist or an arts organization here in the North who isn't yet on the site, we do hope you'll consider joining us. We have a lot of fun, frankly. And the time couldn't be better. So with the advertisement campaign rolling out just before our busy summer, now is really the time to join. As a member of the organization, we are guided by you. So we are a reflexive site. We're here to give the people what they want, basically. And we are continually taking feedback, listening to suggestions, trying out new things. We are here to assist, so please be in touch. Of course, Hannah is your main person. So with this, we're going to end our live stream now, and we'll move to some questions and some mingling in each individual venue. Thank you again for joining us here today, and as well in Timmins and Sault Ste. Marie, and those of you who may be joining us on the live stream. We're very glad, happy, and proud to be marking this as our rollout here in the North and beyond. Just imagine what we can build together. This really is just the beginning. So thank you. So at this point, I invite any questions, should anyone have any. Of course, I'm very happy to speak with you individually, as is Hannah. We have Amber, who's our new team member at the back. She just started this week, so go easy on her. Dave, of course, will talk NAC until the end of time.